Right. Technical difficulties there, but we are back up and running again. We do have Warwick Voltage from Natural and Legos on the farm. These qualifying rounds. So we're going to do. There we go. And we are underway. It's a nice clean start from everyone. Looks like a good run out. Warwick. Jumping early. Oh, we might voltage. All voltage goes wide. Through 4 pounds. Nice. Oh, voltage nearly murders someone. It's Nacho, that's it. It's Nacho in front of the CRX. Looks like voltage nearly murdered this Warwick catches onto Nacho. Now remember, Nacho has not jumped it. Next choice is just to hold on to the back of Nacho and just patiently wait for him to force him to. Oh, never mind. Nacho's going to leave the door wide open until the last turn. Warren goes up the inside. Nacho gives a little kiss on the back end just to make sure he is there still. Oh, another kiss on the back end as well, and another one. Nacho really did not like the fact that Warren got past him. Nacho not miles behind. Has managed to get in front of Voltage here. Voltage is a little bit unstable. Very much still there, very much still in play. Warwick is beginning to pull away a little bit on Nacho. He has very good pacing now for once, so basic prize. Voltage though still in the game, still trying to keep on. He's going to the final lap. There goes is Voltage P3 goes 4. It's just come through that a racing incident has been cleared for the contact between Voltage and Legos, so it's a bit unfortunate for Legos there, but we can make it up in the 8th round. Right, so just to quickly run through the results from first qualifying. Heat 1, Orders took the win in the Turbo Burger hatch Pessima. Keno in a close P2 in the Corvette. Vinkum P3 in the Aria, and AK lagging behind after a bit of an unlucky collision, it looks like, in P4. Otto took P1 in the Heat 2 in that CRX. Os took P2. Sorry, Otto took P1. My apologies. Os took P2 in his very bouncy Bete. Marco in P3 in the Corvette, and Aman's in P4. Oh, looks like we are. I'm going to get them back underway. Now, as we have qualifying Heat 1. Back underway, so we have a lot of fast drivers here. Looks like we've got Otto, Lorenk, Kenu, Orders. So, well, some of the faster drivers of the grid in the 1600 class. So it looks like all Orders and Kenu go and qualify. Joker early. Lorenk and Otto are batten out. So remember, something to note here. Contact between Kenu and Lorenk there. Nice and aggressive, bit of a brawl at the corner exit there. Orders a little bit lagging behind now. Something worth noting, Otto and Orders are on the same team. So it is quite key that both of them do well in this race. And it looks like Kenu might actually be struggling a bit. He might have took some damage after that contact with Lorenk. Which Lorenk will be alright, as it seems to have just done his door in. And his pace certainly hasn't faltered yet. As Otto and Lorenk go Joker. Oh, bit of contact between Otto and Lorenk there. As Kenu gets ahead now after Lorenk and Otto Joker, but it's still bumper to bumper through the exit there. Otto's a little bit lagging behind, but still there. Any crashes and he will be right there. Now, let's see if Otto can hunt down Kenu in the closing half of this race as we go into lap 3 now. Kenu in P1, just trying to hold his ground, trying to make up a bit more points. Oh, Otto gets it very, very wrong. Jesus. Otto completely upside down there. Gets that jump wrong at all. So Otto is now out of the race as he did no grab. Quite a key rule to Rallycross, as obviously it's not unlike a normal rally where spectators can come and help push you out of a ditch. So if you do roll your car, you are just out. You're not finishing. So looks like as we go into the final lap here, that Kenu is going to very good chance he's going to hold on to his P1 position. As there's a yellow into the Joker exit, but everyone is jokered, so nothing to worry about really. Lorenk in P2, Orders a little bit lagging behind in the Mistral. Not Mistral, sorry, in the Hatch Pessima in P3. A massive shame for Otto there. That seems to be his luck at the minute. He had similar sort of bad luck in the first round, just unfortunate mistakes costing him races or good positions. As you know, P2 would have been a good amount of points to score in the qualifying to get him a good position in the semis. So it's across the line, Kenu in P1, Lorenk in P2, and we have Orders in P3 with Otto, Assad, and a very unfortunate DNF. Right, do massively apologise there. Absolutely bottled that scene there. So quite good racing. However, as you probably heard but didn't see, Otto did crash out on the first jump on lap 3. So unfortunately, he gets a DNF in heat 1. However, moving on to heat 2, we have Vinku, Almonds, Legos, and 8K. So we have, so lining up now, we have Os, Nacho, Valtic, and Marco. Some of, if not the most accident-prone drivers so far that we've seen, and for returning drivers in history. Marco is known to be quite bashy, quite aggressive, we'll say, and the same can be said for Os and Nacho. Nacho in round 1 especially was very aggressive, very door to door. But that's how rallycross is. Rallycross ain't exactly clean racing. But one to be scared of, I think, is Valtic. He was absolutely lethal in round 1. Anyone got in his way, he was going to murder him. So we're going to get this underway now. So I've accidentally spawned a beam link. There we are. Right, as we get underway, heat 2, qualifying 2. Nacho has a very, very poor start there. So, quite a close battle there. Oh, looks like we're getting a restart. So here we go, restart as Mr. Nacho was not ready. So get set, ready, and they're off. So much better start from Nacho this time now. It's a lot more in. Valtic moving through. Oh, Valtic is almost over in the first jump. Gets it returned. Marco sits to the inside. Valtic goes round the outside. He can hold it. Oh, bit of contact with him on Marco there. Marco down back to P4. Nacho, P1 now. Valtic looking for a way past and see if he can nab that P1. He lost out to last time. Sorry, didn't lose out to P1. Position to Nacho. Lost, not far behind though. Oh! Looks like Nacho got a bit of a bad run out of the dirt section there. Valtic, this Vals is very, very top. Oscar's still the inside. Into the jump, side by side. Bit of contact there, a bit wobbly. Valtic goes to Joker, that might be a good choice there. Marco is struggling in the back there. He is losing a lot of ground. So now we have all 3 cars in the front now of Joker. Oh, Austin and rolls in there to the fast left hand there. That's Valtic can catch up to him. Nacho is not running away with P1. This is going to be very lethal back. Valtic backs off, tries to get a good run out on the corner exit. It works out for him as he gets. Again, a look at the inside, decides to back out. Further up now. Valtic is staying on the heels of Os, not letting go one bit. Our process goes back up a little bit. Nacho keeps making mistakes. Os might be able to 4P1. go all the way back there. Bit sad to see. Moss gets a good run out of the jump. Again, a little bit too deep. Not as bad this time. Really trying to close up that Nacho. Feel it. Taste it. But will he be able to grab it? Moss is really, really desperately trying to catch it. Looks like this guy's a little bit more stable this time. Looks like he has massive distance. You realise how skippy he was. I don't think it's going to be enough for Nacho. It was a little bit deep, not enough to move out. Nacho goes P1 off P2, Voltage P3 after quite a good race. And Marcos is laying out a little bit of damage. About there. Quite a battered race, really. Nacho decides to take a bit of revenge on Voltage there, it seems. But not bad from Voltage after that massive off in the very first lap to recover and keep P3. Right, no messing around here. So next heat we have Vinku, Armand's Legos and AK to finish off the qualifying for the Super 1600s. So let's get back onto the road here. Slap nukes off the Discord instead of ruining everyone's ears with my commentary. So we're going to give the ready sign time to give them a bit of a hurry up. Okay, so look, oh yeah, looks like we've got someone slightly in the wrong spot. So looks like we're getting people in the correct spots here. I think question marshals if they gave the green light. So we're going to get on to the last qualifying of the Super 1600 class. So we are ready, we are set. Oh, we got a jump start. So that was a jump start by Legos. So we're back off again. Legos has now got to be 2 jokers, so we're ready, set, and we're off. Nice clean start. AK a little bit lagging on the start there. Amazing the start from Armand. It's a nice little lead straight out the gate. Almost rolls it first jump. Going to go deep. Stay. Wow. That's a very interesting line there, but he's sticking with the back. He's going to pay off an early joker. Now AK is stuck behind traffic with no joker. It is an absolute brawl here at the front. We've got Legos over. Legos has rolled. AK's stuck in between the area sandwich. He is cheese. AK clearly has a lot more power in the straight compared to Vinku. AK, oh, he gets a bit thoughts there. Oh my, what is going off here? Where is Hans? Yeah, okay. Mons has died. So AK, AK still has a Joker. AK has rolled over! Oh, halfway through right here. However, he's still going. Very, very tough. You do have a man out in the bushes somewhere over here. Looks like there goes with two Jokers who's now leading the race. This is how chaotic these Super 16 races can be. Anything can happen. So, we're going to do it second. There goes to P1, we have AK P3, and Mons pushed it in there and over there to the start of the straight. There goes to the lovely deep corner. I think you have a fair bit of line damage just to maintain his pace here, it seems. More closely gap to. There goes. AK's car is a little bit worse now that contact with the wall. However, the only car that seems to be okay, even though it did also roll over, is Legos' Bistro. Holding good pace and good speed through the final straight. Back straight, sorry. To the final corner. This is about to go on to the final lap. There's holding quite a good gap there between him and Vinku. Man's still upside down, very unfortunate. We've got AK still hanging on the third, going to claim a podium, but I think he has a bit too much damage to catch up to Vinku. Yeah, he is way too far behind. Making it happen. This is the race. Vinku, a bit of damage, but still holding on. Not bad considering the contact and absolutely raw he was involved with between him and AK. Yeah, so he has got quite a bit as we come across the line. Legos in P1 with two Jokers. Very good job there. AK will come around P3, and unfortunately, Mons will have a DNF in the bushes. Right, here we are. Semi-finals have been just about being finished off, being drawn. So it looks like we've got semi-final 1: Kenu, Lorenk, Orders, Vinku, Otto, and Marco. Semi-final 2: Nacho, Os, Legos, Valtish, AK, and Armand. We have all the contestants making it into the semi-finals. We've just purely organised sort of the fast drivers into the one final, trying to keep it on the quite a pretty fast selection here. A lot of experienced drivers, Kenu, Lorik, and Orders especially. Orders have been lagging behind a little bit in the Pessima, struggling a fair bit in that vehicle. However, Otto in that CRX is absolutely flying. Bit of bad luck in qualifying 2. But, regardless though, a very fast car, so he should be able to keep it quite interesting. Still waiting on Marco to spawn in as usual. As we finally get Marco spawned in at the back there, the cars on the grid. So we've got Lorik representing Hungary, Vinku, we've got Marco Turbo representing see on his car there. We've got Otto representing Turbo as well. So, here we go, 6 laps, 1 joker. So we are ready, set, and we're off. Oh, a little bit of jump start by Orders. So we're going to restart here because Orders absolutely fucked that little jump. Back on the way. So, ready, set, go! No jump starts this time. Lorik and Otto looks like they got to get contact there. Lorik's massively doesn't get time to do stuff. Oh, massive contact there between Marco and Orders. That's going to have a talking to, that's for sure. I think we're getting back on the road now. The base. There was a nice healthy gap here between him and Lorik. It's lap 2. Vinku in 4th. Vinku goes joker. Lorik hasn't joker either as well. So that's really interesting. So Marco and Orders. Tackle back. Desperately trying to close that gap between him and Kenu for there's also comes round on his outside into the last turn. Otto takes Vinku from P3. The drag race on start finish straight. Otto gets the move done. See if he can come back against him. No, Vinku goes wide into the second jump there. So unfortunate for him. A bit of a battle between Orders and Marco. I think there's going to be a bit of hatred here. That's a bit of a shove from Orders. Three separate battles going off here. Looks like Kenedy's starting to pull a bit away from Lorik. There's more support there. Position I believe P3 or 4, maybe 3. Apologise. Otto is putting the keeping a nice steady position as we go round onto the final lap. Not the race, Kenny still leading P1 with a nice healthy lead here. Rory as we enter the final corner, Kenu is going to finish P1, Warwick P2. Otto comes in at P3, Vinku is going to finish in P4, Marco P5, and Otters, after a bit of a detour there, in P6. What's an eventful semi-final, so the next one breaks. Right, so there's no messing around here. We have the second semi-final lining up. We've got Nacho, Os, Legos, Voltage, AK and Armand. Potential for some very good, very close racing as we load the rest of the cars here. Scan through them. Nice delivery up them there. Nice colour scheme there. Voltage, Os. Been an absolute brawler as we've seen so far in these races. Armand, a little bit of bad luck in the early qualifying pole and the poor start, but decent recovery in qualifying one, so we'll see how he does here. He goes with a fantastic run lap in the second qualifying. Two jokers from an unfortunate jump start and still managed to pull P1. Excellent driver there. AK has been struggling all qualifying, so let's see how he does here. So we're going to ask if everyone is ready. So here we go. We're going to get everyone on board. That's a good point. We do have lots missing. So, sounds like marshals. Yep, we're going to hang fire until we get word from the super drivers as we shape into this semi-final. So we're going to jump over here. Let's discuss quickly what the spreadsheet is looking like. So obviously semi-finals, we know Kenu P1, Blank P2, Otto P3, quite a good recovery by Otto there, Vinka P4 and Orders P5, Marco P6. So sounds like one of the marshals is trying to contact Os, but if he doesn't pick up, we are going to get on the way. So right, looks like we've just got confirmation that we are started without. Arson's very unfortunate. He's going to miss out on the semi-final here. So, get ready, get set, and it's a lights out and away we go. Very good stop by Austin and Nacho there. That's very well timed by him. Very good reaction time. As on there, Voltage right behind him. And goes, rolls it. First jump. That's very unfortunate. AK heels on Voltage. Voltage on the heels of Nacho. Orman's heels of AK. It's an absolute chain. Orman's looking on the inside of AK. Goes round the outside of the corner. Beats moves into P3. Voltage behind him and Nacho. Voltage running in race. All four of these cars have Joker. Lagosa's rolled middle of the track. Voltage right to his heels, not at all. Oh, Armand goes wide. Leaves the door open for AK. Oh, Armand gets a little bit over. Oh, gets a little bit over this. I hope that isn't. I hope that isn't a DC because he isn't down the power. There's Lagos in the middle of the track. The race don't stop though. AK's moved up to P3. Nacho still on P1, however, Voltage is still there. Voltage seems to be putting quite a good tactic of backing out that corner and getting a good one into this last turn. It does seem to be struggling to just get that move and get right on the heels of Nacho. With that being said, he is not exactly going away. Vast is a very good car, but so is Honda. It's a very good, very quick car in the Street series. For Vast, oh, he gets a good run through there. Oh, Armand gets a bit of contact between AKs. It gets very close one between the two. Armand is desperate to take that P3 back from AK after his unfortunate mistake in the second jump. AK gets Armand goes a bit wide. He sees AK sees to have the opposite effect and is strong road steer. Nacho a little bit of voltage, which is good for Nacho to have to keep the hold on P1. Armand's dropping back even more. I think he might have, yeah, it sounds like he is now quite a massive revolution now. His revolution is nearly now it's very overstrong to have the revolution that high. So it's like AK not going to keep holding when he's on P3. Miss anything. Nacho is increased the gap even more to Voltage, but Voltage is getting loose. Some drops here, so still blocking. Not lose any more time. AK is in the far behind. So 2 laps of race to go, so plenty of time to catch up. He's going to nicely secure his semi-finals and his place in the finals. On the Voltage should be 2 as well. AK's in P3. This gap now. Gates Armand's very lucky for Armand's. Has intention to quite quick. Struggling to keep that better in check. Decides to go around the other side, it looks like. AK navigates now. That's Legos. Not that far behind. Now as we enter the final corner of the race, Nacho is going to go through into P1. Voltage is going to finish P2. AK P3. And then racing so far on 1600 Cup. Class, sorry. So we'll see what the final brings with all these very fast and very aggressive drivers. But looks like we're not going to mess around here. We're just going to get straight into it. I'm not even going to bother skipping back to the spreadsheet here. We're just going to go straight at it. So, as we've got lined up here, we've got Nacho in the centre in the orange, red and white Corvette CRX hatch, or slipback, however you want to describe it. We've got Otto in the back in the CRX Corvette representing Turbo Burger, Voltish in the very fast, well, pretty fast with us. Same with Lorick as well, both fast cars there. AK, very oversteery Mistral, but has proved he can claim a decent position. We're waiting for one more car to spawn in. There's Kenu spawns in now in the normal hatch Corvette. As we wait for just something to line up. Get to the show road. I'm just going to confirm laps now. So yes, it is 6 laps, so we're going to get everyone ready to go. 6 laps, 1 joker as we go into the final race. Q. Gets it. Lights away. Very point stop there. Contact between AJ and Lauren. Quite well. More contact between Voltish and AJ, which is smart as a joker really. Away from the back. Get that chaos. Gets it a little bit wrong, comes in very hot. Laurie now not far behind P2. That is the UC needed because Laurie can do then Voltish is a bit of a big old Voltish is old Joker entry. What the hell happened there? He's back to Nacho. Kevin's right now for a mistake. A little bit far away, I'm able to catch up. Otto is hauling something who was all the line, he is hauling his class. Desperate to climb to P3. Second final lap. Valtish near enough the polar opposite. He's had a roll. AK is left behind a little bit. Nacho doesn't seem to close the gap between him and Kenny. Looks like Lauren was actually lost a bit of time. Nacho. Otto though. A little bit closer than last lap. He does go wide there. Just cross that bit. Final lap here of the finals race. We have Jenny P1 Nacho. Oh, there's a little bit of a lag up, a little bit. I think just a bit of lag there. AK looks like we've got battle for fifth, sorry, last place. Nacho P2, Lauren P3. Otto is not far behind. He just needs one mistake from Laurie. One mistake and he can snag that podium away. Whereas my ass and dad I'm sure Otto might have the right on the car to himself the race. He gets a run, goes for the run on the inside, pushes it wide, goes on the inside, on the inside, takes V3 away from Laurie. I think there's going to be some discussion there, as that was what a move. Very desperate from Otto, but the marshals will investigate the matter and see if it is ruled as either a penalty or a racing incident. However, what a fantastic finish there for P3. So, after a short break, it has been ruled that the incident between Otto and Lauren is a one-place penalty for Otto, so he still has P4, Lauren has onto P3. Ken in P1, obviously Nacho in P2. We are now moving on to touring cars. So the first team we've got up is AK, Her, Lauren, Lude and... Lude? I think that's meant to be Lumo. However, he might have a name... might have had a name change. And Valtish. So what cars we've got? We've got BX, we've got Unknown. Let's have a look. What cars we've got here? I've got some more names here. AK, I know AK's in a K series, and Lauren is in an I series as well. So should shape up to be a decently interesting round one. So we'll get on the way with a small break. Right, here we go into the Heat 1, qualifying 1 of the Touring Car Club. Looks like we might have an illegal car on the grid. Look at, oh yeah. Oh no, wait, no. AK's the lights car. Go through. Oh, Warwick rolls! Warwick rolls final turn. He is up. Whoa! What happened there? Voltage is not doing it. Well, I think Voltage has snapped an accident. To get moved. Oh, Voltage, yes, Sam. So we do have a limping car here on the track. Voltage is trying to an AK now. That's the P1. That seems a lot better. Is it P2? Still the BX. Or is it P3? The final lap here. We're in the medium race. Let's see if it's going to see him come up now. In P-Series, round for us once. Down the BX. placing in the car. Straight on to heat 2. Right, as we get back onto heat 2 now, 4 cars on the grid, Kenu, Vinku, Keki and Marco. So, as we get the cars ready to go here. Oh, there's a bit of chat lag it seems. Get ready, get set, and it's that. Oh, there's a jump there. Restart. There's a jump there. So, 4 laps, 1 joker. So, as we get ready, get set, and we're away. Good stop there by Kakaki in the pace series on the outside, it seems. Getting the second big third, a bit of contact between him and Marco in 4th. Kakaki goes Joker early. The big K series comes out. Oh, next to Marco, a bit of contact there between them two. Getting away and doing the track. Illegal call by Kenu. Yeah, he has headlights, so. Kenu with P1, Kakai P2, K-Series, however, he's catching Kenu. Oh no! It's like well landed there for Kaki. Marco has rolled. Vinku comes into P3. What is going off here in this last half of the heat? Kenno is going to hold on to P1 by a very unfortunate damage to Jackie. We're just going to the last lap now. Let's see if we can keep enough pace to stay away from the match twice. Not far behind. Jackie needs to keep it moving and keep it decent pace. Marco upside down. Let's go, Kenno's. Vinku is catching Kaki, so Kaki is trying to keep that calm moving with that damage movement. Vinku goes for the second time. Kaki is on the corner, Vinku is right there, he needs to keep moving. Seems a bit of abuse go through the paddock there in the chat. Kaki is trying to keep his foot in it, he takes the P2, however he can also take Vinku behind. Trying to take up P3. Can he keep it together just for the final corner? Vinku, nowhere to be seen. What's happened? Where is he? There he is. Not close enough. Jackie manages to hold up to P2. Kenno obviously P1. And Vinku P3. Not a bad recovery, all things considered, considering a jump start and a bit of a rough start for him as well. Right, here we go as we line up now for the last race. Heat 2, I believe. I'm just going to double check myself. No, sorry, Heat 3. Very well, let's go. Heat 3, we've got orders in Turbo Burger, Sawdust Wagon. We've got orders. No, that's orders. Has two of cars in the team. These cars are wildly unpredictable, very hard to keep in shape. Pretty well. FP1 in the Bowline. It's a very, very quick car. However, as I said before, it can be very unstable. If not, oh, as it proves its natural tendencies there, as it gets a little bit wide. Still plenty of gap between him and Nacho. So it is nothing to worry about. Bowline is absolutely stunning. So Nacho is not far behind. I think we're going to the final lap now of the heat. Nacho not far behind. He's right on the tail of the wheel line. He really wants that P1. He can almost taste it. The wheel line is not hanging around. Looks like we've got DNF from orders there. Grass. Yeah, some acceleration out of the corner. Bit of a lock up there by Otto. Nacho has a very good run. Looks like he's going to try. Oh, Otto closes the door for needs. Oh, however, Nacho pushes by. Oh, is it? Oh, looks like Nacho takes it. P1 for Nacho into the first qualifying. What a race. So it looks like it is a win for Nacho in the first qualifying for him. So in case anyone's confused, that was not me in the Bowline, that was actually Otto. As it seems to be a bit of confusion there, as he has changed cars last minute. However, now you're going to get some nice, lovely onboard footage of Heat 4 as I race and probably fuck up. Right, a nice and successful heat for myself. Managed to bag P1 after a good start and just got away from the chaos really. There was a bit of a crash, it looks like, between our Mons in the Vavas. He was actually the car struck in at side of the track, and probably also the wheel that went flying across, as you might have noticed. Voltage managed to take P2, Austin managed to take P3. So we're going to move on to the next heat. They are going to get organised now. So it looks like it is being set up now, so we'll join back once that is all ready to go. Right, looks like I am driving straight away again. So just run through the list. So basically, in the next set of qualifying, it's based on points from the first one. If you haven't, picked it up yet. So because obviously I got P1, Kenno got P1, Nacho got P1. Actually Nacho I think got a P2. No, sorry, yes, there was 4 heats. So yeah, we all got P1. So we're first into the first heat. Then Otto, who got P2, I believe. Yep. So we've got Otto P2 in Heat 2, Kakai in Heat 2, etc. etc. You know, whoever turned third and then fourth. And I think then they're just going to slap potentially some P4s onto the random people. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to get Vinku. So yeah, we'll cut back to when we're racing. So, a little bit of bad luck on my end. Bit of a tap from Nacho and a pop tyre, but however, still came P2 as 2 other cars DNF'd, so it's not. Oh no. Oh no, my apologies, P3. Nacho did actually finish. I thought he DNF'd as well. No, 18 I think of DNF, that was it. So yeah, not terrible considering I had to limp my car around, but we'll see what the next brings. Right, we are getting back into the swing of things again. We have Heat 2, I believe. Yes, Heat 2. So we've got Otto in the other line, Loctish in the BX, Gaki in the K series, and Warriors in the damage, but maybe snapped an axle a bit in this. Very unfortunate, as it's not exactly a slow car, so shame to see it out of running already. Not really getting any time on voltage. Kaki coming around the corner. yes, there's a bit of a query there whether Kaki Joker did Joker lap 3, so that has been confirmed by the marshal. So his P1 is nice and safe. Well done by him. Bit of bad luck in the first qualifying, so that's nice and well deserved. Very good pace. Quite a good car it seems. Gets off the line very, very, very quickly, especially compared to the Bow line, which is, you know, notoriously very fast accelerating car, especially off the line, as you can probably see from my boards. However, we are going to move straight on to Heat 3 now. So we're going to get ourselves over there. So Heat 3, we've got quite an intense Heat 3. We've got Os, Loring, Marco and Armand. I think this is going to be quite an interesting heat. We've got two Vivosses, two very fast cars. Oh no, we don't have two Vivosses, sorry. Got some cars that's not supposed to be around, I think. So we'll just confirm. Okay, we've got a guy right, so it's good. So we're going to get on to the next heat. So get ready, get set, and we are away. Nice blue start from everyone there. Almost 4 wide straight away, holding on. We've got Loring and Marco side by side, two teammates there who really do not want to battle and take each other. Oh, Marco almost rolls over. Boss, only one knocks Joker. It looks like we've got Armand, who's currently P1 in the Vivos, Boss in second, and Boss has Joker, so that is not going to help him. This track seems to be a gift off whoever gets ahead of Joker straight away. So it looks like a bit of battle for P2 today. Armand is leading the way, as you can see that Loring is, I think, oh, we've got a dead Marco! Marco has died across the main jump. I don't know how he's managed that. So it's now just a battle between Loring and Os. However, Os hasn't jokered, so that is not going to help him, especially while Loring is stuck right on his tail. Os now goes Joker. Oh, nearly rolls it. Oh, he catches the rock on the inside. Yep, he has damaged the suspension. I think that is going to crush his chances of trying to fight back for P2. Armand in the lead in the Vivos, absolutely flying away. He has jokered, so he is nice and safe as we come on to lap 3 now. Oh, we've got a rollover, it sounds like, from Os. Yep, Os has rolled. Disqualification for Os there. He could have had DNF, but now he's disqualified because he no grabbed. He's now regretting his decisions to DNF. We are quite strict. It's not in the name of fairness. Armand's here now. Looks like he might have an easy victory. Will be counted as he is a DNF and not a DSQ. Don't quote me on that, but as far as the rules, DNF is a lot better off than a disqualification. So that might help him in the long run. So, if we go back over the points here. So we've got all that That is actually, excuse me, that is actually the last qualifying of the touring cars. I don't know how that's managed. That's interesting. But yeah, so we'll call back when semi-finals have been drawn and go from there. Right, as we get on to the heats now, so we've got first semi-final Kenu, Kakaki, Volsic, Lorenk, AK and Os. Then semi-final 2 we've got Nacho, me, Otto, Ormans, Vinku and Marco. So we're going to jump over to the race now as we begin to line up the cars on the grid. We've got one final look at them before they get probably absolutely battered in this very tense semi-final. Kenu in the Sunburst with his actual headlight colours now, which is very good of him. Kakaki in the very fast livery. Good going pizza so far. Bad luck between him and Kenu in the first qualifying, so we'll be interested to see how that turns out. Voltage in the second row in BX, Lorry in the second row in the ETK, we've got 8 finishing up the last round. So, we're jumping in with Kishiki on this one. So, we're going to get underway now. We've got a nice cinematic part of this race. Get ready, get set, and now we are away. Kenu and Os has a very bad start. I think we do have a restart. Yeah, we do have a restart. So we're going to have a quick restart as one of the cars could not see it and the marshal missed the pulse on there. second time lucky. Semi-finals one. Laurie. Keno, Kaki, third one. Laurie. Can't push second row. AK Boss. Third one, and they on the way. Looks like Kaki gets a very good start. As per usual, Keno in second. A little bit south left. A great collision between Keno and AK. Keno recover. They in front of taking a last now. AK Voltage. Keno and Boss all Joker. Kaki and Laurie. Joker. Gives him an lead on Keno right on that side. Laurie straight away. Joker. Seems like the Joker on this track is a good start. Oh, looks like Keno's already got the inside off Laurie. He gets a good punch out from somewhere. Bit close between Voltage and Laurie there. Keno on the inside of Voltage. Oh, just his way through. Joker. Kaki's still the Joker. Oh, there's contact between Keno and Voltage. So, looks like Keno did something on the track there after the discussion to see what is fair. Kaki is trying to run away, getting green from Joker. He wants to Joker, so realistically now it's time to Joker. Lorik's been pitted. Lorik has been spun round by Keno. Skip forward to Keno's point. Oh, Keno gets more aggressive here. Fight for P2. Kaki still has a joke that he can't want to get that into. He got on one. Now, AK did not fall behind. I'm taking him to Keno gets a big bump in line with his punch and damage. Standing off in eyes with sections. Vincent Voltage very, very bad to Kaki has Joker now, which is good for him. Back to Laurie. Oh, Laurie goes Joker off. AK really did not want to. I think I've just seen an airborne car. Oh, AK is absolutely rolling. That was absolutely big off there. So in the background from the cars. Altish is catching up. I think we might be on the final lap though. Yeah, we're coming on to the final lap now. So it is might be a battle for the lead here. Kaki has a very good pace that he is starting to ease up and lose momentum. He's giving Voltage new. See forward between Laurie and Otto. Leave it open. Someone is going to dive inside for it. Oh, Kaki trying to cut fast. Oh, he's not caught him very there. Well enough. His Voltage is alongside him now, coming down the back straight. Kaki trying to hold on. I don't think he's going to manage to do it. He's going to play it safe, not right his car off and just secure himself into. Or is he? As he looks to the inside, in contact. There's a spin there from Kaki on the line. Voltage takes P1 in the last lap. What a move by Voltage there. And a fantastic recovery drive there. So, I think there is going to be a few incidents to check. Poor AK. A good start in the qualifying, but unfortunately he's now knocked out along with Lorink and actually no, we're missing one. Let me check the. Ah yes, Os. That was it. Os died. So yeah. So unfortunate for Os, AK, and Kenu. No Kenu in the final. That is interesting. Right, what's going to happen now? I'm going to disappear, mute up, and go ahead and get ready for my semi-final. So, as you saw, that was a victory, thankfully for me, in the Bolide. What was even better is Otto in the other Bolide managed to cheese a P2 as well, as Armand's did get a penalty for crashing into Kaki. Because Armand's did go over the line in P2, was ahead of Otto, but got a one-place penalty. So it is a Bolide 1-2 in the finals, which is fantastic stuff to see. So, okay, I don't miss anything. I was worried then. Oh, shit. So, in the first heat, we've got Nacho, Her, Valtish, Kenu, and Armands. Second heat, we've got Colin, who isn't actually here, I don't think. Kaki, Orders, and Marco. Third heat, we've got Otto, Jer, AK, and Vinku. And in the fourth heat, we've got me, Os, Lorik, and Jesse. I'm scared of Os, I'll be honest. But, regardless, it should turn out to be an alright race. So, we're going to switch back over to the game. We've got Kenu here in the Covette. We've got Valtish in the Vivas. There's Nacho in the iconic full black CRX. Now my screen is 2.5. It's 1.6 i4. Advantage, yes. Yeah, I'm on. That's it. We only have 3 cars in the team now, as obviously here, Armand's has an illegal engine. I think Super Goggles are 2 litre max turbocharged, or I think 3 litre naturally aspirated. So 2.5 litre i5 with turbo, sadly. Joker, Kenu on the left, Valtish in the middle, Nacho on the far right, and the everything gets there, and away we go. Kenu, alright start, Nacho in the middle, better start though, almost 3 wide into the first run, Kenu gets on the outside there, it's turn 2, Valtish decides to Joker, not bad strategy there. We're going to goals in the background on his roof. That is voltage out, and that is going to cause some issues for Nacho with the mini yellow on Joker entry. Oh, and they made contact between Kenu and Nacho as they fight. And then he just realised he's already Joker, and Nacho needs to Joker. Looks like he might have some damage from that. That might have backfired completely trying to push all of Nacho there. So it's gone to lap 3, halfway through this race now. Nacho through the jump, through the jump. Nacho really needs to joke it. He's going to joke, he's going to save it for the last lap, it looks like. Into the wound of Kenu's attempt. So there we are. That is Kenu in P2, Nacho P1. Here and Voltage did not. Well, Voltage did not finish. Here did not start, and Oman's got disqualified for an illegal engine. Bit of everything in that race, really. So obviously. Heat 2, Colin is still not here and is presumed to not be starting, so he's already been put down as a DNS. We've got Kaki, Orders and Marco. Oh, excuse me. Racing in the next heat. So, if we... oh yes, Orders is in the cover. That confused me a little bit for a moment there. Of course, yeah. It will be. It's got big turbo burgers on there. So, okay, a small break while we wait for the rest of the cars to load in. Do apologise, I've just realised I've been talking to myself that entire stream. Obviously, Orders P1, Marco P2, and Kakaki P3. I believe there is no race incidents or penalties. Obviously, unfortunate from Kaki on that back straight there. But that is a win, a nice early win for the Turbo Burger team. Right, here we go. D3, got Otto far left, with turbo, AK in centre in the nice yellow cross, and I believe, I'm just going to double check myself as I've already forgot, Vinku, the Sunburst wagon. Nice selection of cars here actually, very much like the ZF of Otto's, very clean, cool looking supercar there. It's always good to see the wagon out in play. So I'm going to get this race. Get this underway. Follow that one, go once again. As we ready, set, and away. It's a good start from every team. Lost row one. They've got the inside of Fletcher, pushing very wide. AK spins, he has one style. Otto, nice little lead there. Just shooting out the joke exit, but a bit too early. See if Otto goes all the way. Jim chance to catch him. That takes the bonus off a nice big, long and heavy car. You can put the power down, you can put it away. It's a long skitty, it's nice and stable. There's Otto's big roll AK and Vinku over. I think that AK is out still. This roll Vinku still able to continue. Now it's to Otto. Yeah, good choice, Otto. He's going to Joker now. That's basically going to secure him his win unless he does something very, very so Vinku now has also AK gonna have to settle for a DNF as he is stuck on his side at the side of the track in the centre. Also, if it sounds like the V6 the bonnet of his ZF. Putting work in. To save it, AK and Vinku, they got tangled up in the last corner fast of P2 and it ended in a absolutely dramatic fashion. Now, we are going to get on to the final quali, which has me, Oslorik and Jess. Well, should have Jesse, but he is not here. So, I'm going to now mute up and you're going to enjoy some raw racing. straight up again. Let's go. Right, back at it now. So we've got. I think I might have fucked up on the heat one, but it also P1, me P2, Nacho P3. Orders didn't make it, Armands didn't make it. So heat 2 we've got Kenu, Warwick, Marco and Vinku. Here we are. Put them together. So, get on the right, one to the middle, we're going to get ready. Get set, and away we go. Nice little start from the entire field there. Warwick here in the big Marco takes the lead. Oh, contact with Kennedy. Oh, Kennedy, the goal. Marco goes wide. Kennedy and Vinku, teammates in the lead. Two leads with teams. Two towers. This is Warwick and Marco in that. Turning the favour, it seems. Definitely didn't push it. So it's literally backing down. Good run. Onto the back straight. Big up, Marco moves. He goes very, very wide there. Goes through the inside. Final turn, Kenu sent it down. However, Marco bites back up the inside. It is absolutely always a bit of a brawl there. He was there, Marco. Kenu around the outside of the two. Both go wide. Can Vinku make anything? No, Vinku goes wide. Marco goes Joker. Kenu goes to Marco. I think Joker. Warwick hasn't joken himself either. He needs to go out through, so we'll be like for him to joker. So he's going to be back to the final lap now. Correct. 5 seconds back for P3. Kevin safely in P2. This makes him a bit of a mistake there. Marco goes nice and wide and tries to make it around. Looks like the track fair there. I don't think they were not safe for join there. I think we could get the advantage. Second class turn. Still decent gap. He should have this in the bag. Yes, he goes. That's P1 for Warwick, P2 for Kenu, and then it is P3 for Vinku, P4 for Marco. Not a good team battle. So it seems we've got a bit of a discussion to go through, so we'll switch to a short break while we figure out what happens. My jaw is fucking starting to ache from all the shit that's going off. Yes. Man fucking grinded the curb. I say, you know, I ain't gonna lie, Canoe, quite literally, he returned the favour. Nacho has the thirst for fucking nuisance. Right, we are back. It's the last round of qualifying. I believe I'm going to check myself. Yes, last round of qualifying. We've got Osk, Kaki, and AK. Osk, white Esper, Kaki, blue coat, and AK, the yellow, the fast. So he's ready here. 4 laps, 1 joker. And we are going to get ready, get set, and away we go. Nice things off, trying to put a little bit of contact there early on from Oscar Kekaki. 1870 for the first one, nicely. Oscar a little bit wide. AK Jones early. That is a fantastic strategy, especially after early you can see it back absolutely dead! Or is he? Big roll, that jump seems to take a lot of cars, especially super. Hit too fast for that jump, cannot take it flat out. Oh, Kikaki gets it very wrong! Can he get him going? Reverse? AK might go through. Oh, AK nearly rolled it himself! This is an absolute chaotic. All 3 cars same AK. Oh, it nearly claims AK. So 2 wheels goes wide. Sticks to the inside though, holds his line, forcing Kaki to work around it. Kaki moves up the inside, onto the final lap we go. Head to head between AK and Kaki. AK falls back a little bit after the first job. Kaki, jokers now. He has to joker, remember that. AK, oh, Kaki very risky across the bumps there. AK is going to have to run out the jump. Oh, AK, what's AK doing? Looks like he's bogged down in the sand, spanning out. That's a we'll catch one of them and just grab onto cars. So that is clearly it's affecting AK. Mind why he keeps spinning out quite regularly across the sand on this Swedish track. Final jump now, final turn, plenty of room, nothing to worry about. Cross line P1, well earned. AK P2, good for him. Then Boss in the eventually P3. So that is the final qualifying part for today. We're now going to move on to the semi-finals. So while the points get added up, we'll just quickly recap through the previous classes. So, Super 16, after the qualifying, we had Kennu, Lorenk, Orders, Vinku, Otto and Marco into the semi-final, with the finishing order being P1 for Kennu, P2 for Lorenk, P3 for Otto, P4 for Vinku, P5 for Marco and P6 for Orders. Remember, it's the top 3 in semi-finals that get through. That is across the board for all classes. Semi-final 2, we had 2 deaths. We had a did not start from Os and a did not finish from Lagos, which is very unfortunate for Lagos. So Nacho, Voltish and then AK got through. Arman's just missing out. In the final though, Kennu takes the win, Nacho P2 and Lorenk P3 with Otto in P4, Voltish P5 and AK in P6. That is a nice chunk of points for those 6 drivers there. Touring cars, we have, after the qualifying, we had semi-final Kennu, Kakaki, Voltish, Lorenk, AK and Os, with Voltish, Kaki and Lorenk getting through. I'm just going to quickly check some things before I... Yep, no, alright. The second semi-final, we had Nacho, myself, Otto, Armands, Vinku and Orders. Orders did DNF, and that meant that Armands, myself and Otto got through to the finals. And then in the final, we had Voltish, Armands, Kakaki, Lorenk, Hob, Lorenk and Otto. Kakaki did not finish. He got crashed out quite early on, I believe. So that left a 1-2 victory for the Bolides with Armands in P3 and Valtish P4, Lorenk P5. So now, after qualifying, Supercar semi-finals have been selected. We've got Otto, Kennu, Lorenk, Vinku, Marco and AK in semi-final 1. Then we've got myself, Nacho, Kaki, Os and Orders, a short semi-final in semi-final 2. So that means only 2 drivers will get knocked out of this one. That is interesting. So we're going to go back now to the game. So looks like the cars are almost all lined up. So as there's a bit of a argument throughout the start line, we are going to get all these cars lined up. So, 6 laps, 1 joker. Get ready, get set, and away we go. Green, green, green. We're still on there. On the outside. Oh, AK goes deep right into the Kennu. Here's Lorenk, oh, good bit of contact between him and Lorenk. He's going to take through. So now, technically, Lorenk needs to push hard and fast. From Otto to maintain that. Further down the field, he has Marco bringing the rear of the field, followed by Kennu, Vinku, AK, where is AK? Oh, we've got a roll there. AK has got a massive wide that gives the position back. I think AK might have broken steering, so we've got... Okay, I think it's still okay though. So we've got AK out, yeah, AK out of the race, we're broken steering. Although, back and front, Otto's still hot on the heels of Lauren. Also, keeping his car stable, sliding about, Lauren sliding the car about. If showboating for that, it's not clearly a big way. And it's two very similar cars. Lauren goes to also firing across the top. They'll be side by side, or nearly side by side. Otto gets a better run out of the two of them. Otto taking it steady, trying to block Lauren, getting his way slowed down, and then taking the exits in the east to get away from TK of Laurie. Further field, Walker and Kendrick with a far from the intended for P3. Lincoln Brown back to field now. That's AK has DNF'd as we saw. Warren though, still not absolutely fine. P2 and not exactly from the line from Otto. He is still very much there as we come into, I believe, lap 4 of the 6 laps of the race. Now we have still Kenny with Marco fighting. Marco goes wide. I think Kenny definitely has some damage there. Very soft. So currently we have Otto in P1, P2, and Marco in P3. They are finalists at the minute. Made a humongous mistake basically. Hands P3 to Kenny. Going forward to the 5th lap now. Yep. Second to last lap. Otto still leading by a decent margin. Has slightly closed it down, but I don't think he's going to be enough. AK moves slightly more off track for the cars. Otto, that powerhouse of a saloon car in the zenith, is absolutely soaring to battle with in the final. Last round. For all looks like Kevin Vico traded for Marco now still in there free, looks like. Warren gets a little bit of a jump. Sorry, the second jump, so he's in P2, he's going to make it to the finals. I think he's settled last battle between Henry and Bradley guys. Otto now across the line, Lauren P2 and Marco P3, they are all semi-finalists. As we get to the next semi-final, of course, I am driving, so it will just be some raw onboard footage, so we'll see how that goes.
So we have made it into the finals now. We have got. I managed to make it in myself. So we've got Otto, Nacho, Laurent, me, Marco, and Kakaki. So in case anyone's confused, Ars got disqualified after massive corner cutting. So that automatically meant that Kakaki technically came third overall because this DNF is better than DSQ, and he made it further than Orders. So Kakaki technically got a finalist. So with that cleared up, I'm going to get into the race. Right. That is the end of round 2. So, your finalists are for the Super 1600 class: Kenu P1, Nacho P2, Lorenk P3, Otto P4, Valtish P5, AK P6. Touring cars, you have Bob in P1, Otto in P2, Allman's in P3, Valtish in P4, Lorenk in P5, and a DNF Kakaki in technically P6. Then in Supercar you have Nacho P1, Hob P2, Lorenk P3, Kakaki P4, Marco P5, then Otto a DNF. So if we currently have a look at the standings, we'll have, so this is after round 1, so currently we have So winning in the 1600 class, but he did not show up today, so he's going to lose out on valuable points. Myself is currently leading with Lorenk not far behind in the two-wheel drive class. We've got Otto, So, Os, blah blah blah. And then in Supercar we've got Lorenk currently leading, Nacho in second, I'm somewhere down here. We've got Otto in third, Os in fourth. So that's going to jumble up the order a fair bit, to be fair, but Nacho is going to get some nice points ahead, and to be fair, Lorenk with P3, so it looks like Nacho would take the lead in the Supercar Championship with Lorenk still in second. So an interesting end to the series. Well, it's not series, round. So hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you in the next one.